government's job in utilizing a tool. The media compare process is a tool to help the majority bargain agent representing all of the classified offices in the department talk to the city from a management standpoint and come up with a good plan to provide benefits and other resources for the offices on the public safety line. I think that they've done a good job here. At the same time, I'd be remiss if I didn't respond to Councilman Walken's issue about at some point we need to identify an ongoing, dependable funding strategy for public safety in our city. We do need to do that. When I came on council 5 years ago, I pushed for an independent work plan analysis of the Houston Police Department and Houston Fire Department to get a complete independent perspective of what the staffing levels should be. We still wait to do it for fire. We selected to do a partial work plan analysis for HPD. My request included that analysis take a look at this one officer versus two officer unit equation also, because we do need more two officer units in the field. No doubt about that. At the same time, I want to say that last Monday, the day before yesterday, I spent all day at the police academy in service training, and the week before that, all day Thursday, just doing some in-service training all day there. And I had a chance to see hundreds of officers and talk to dozens of officers over the course of those 2 days. And they are very thankful that this body has permitted this type of contract to come forward for consideration. They know that they are not where they should be from a compensation standpoint, but they're appreciative of the fact that this mayor and this council is offering an opportunity for their pay and other benefits to be at least advanced forward in at least a respectful manner, given what the resources are in the city today. So we should be thankful for that. At the same time, know that we have to wake up one day and look at long-range funding strategy for public safety in the city. When I look at people who do numbers, and they are economists and accountants and those types of things, and they do an analysis of the HPD budget, they very frequently talk about how the budget has grown over the last several years. And it's true, but they don't do the analysis as to why, or they don't understand why those numbers have grown. I'll give you one clear example. You look at Chief McClellan's numbers today, the overall budget, and look at the budget that I know the chiefs have had. As Councilman Pennington mentioned, Chief McClellan has fixed positions in the department. These positions must be filled 24 hours a day. I'll give you an example. Let's say at the substations where officers are assigned their radios and other technology, they issue those things. Whatever comes out of that room, equipment room, someone is in charge of that inventory room. Whether it's car keys, radios, radars, whatever equipment, that has to be staffed. Well, I had 2,000 civilian employees. As an example, we could train a civilian person to staff that position. Well, when McClellan is about 800 less civilian staff today than I was, that position still has to be staffed. So you know what he has to do? He has to pull a classified police officer off the field, in that position. Same thing about the jail. I have 300 civilian jail staff running the jail. You know who works the jail today? Tell them. Classified personnel work the jail today because we cut back on Chief McClellan's civilian positions. So we have police officers doing things that could be done by another level of personnel, but McClellan, as Chief of Police, doesn't have those other personnel to do those jobs. So I think Chief McClellan is doing a really good job given the scenario that he is in today. Our department is doing quite well. As it relates specifically to this particular contract, I think it's a good deal. I still want to see a proviso which creates an opportunity for more interaction between neighborhood police officers and citizens. But nonetheless, I sit here real proud, having been one of the persons who got the first meeting for strategy in place back in 1997 and helped get it through the Texas State Legislature and did the first two contracts. I'm pleased to see that the HPOU has matured and has moved forward and really done a good job in helping bridge the gap where the the city doesn't, in many instances, to meet officers' needs out there in the field. It's a tool. And no city in America, do your research, no city in America has the relationship and work through the labor management issues like the Houston Police Officers Union, the MBA, HPD, and the City of Houston authorities. This is something good here, and it can be emulated across America. I think we can go further with that citizen-police interaction component that Councilman McCool was talking about earlier, and create a process as it relates to those things, and push it across America also. The last thing, and I'll yield. Just as we're doing good here, we also should utilize public safety resources, whether it's the sustained funding that Councilman Watkins mentioned. We shouldn't have to get private resources to collect evidence where crime has been committed. See, we have stolen vehicles in the ballot systems out there. We don't, public dollars should get those vehicles out of the bio. Thank you very much.